Hello there, everybody. I'm James Milan, and this is the Town Hall Update, which, of course, is why Jim Feeney, our town manager, is here to join us. First of all, I got to say, you're looking pretty good for somebody who's in the middle of town meeting. Some crazy, crazy schedule you're following, so thanks again for making the time, as always, to be here.
Thank you, James. Happy to be here.
We really appreciate it. So I'm going to take a deep breath and go through all the things we're going to talk about in this particular update. We will hear about the new Tiny Shed concert series that is happening this summer and fall, which sounds great. Mini grants that are being made available to combat extreme heat. We're going to talk about a recent report by the Gas Leaks Task Force. We're going to hear about an upcoming art exhibit to bring awareness to prevention services and the Third Thursday Resource Hub. And we'll also get a reminder about tick season and finally a call for volunteers to help put flags on graves the next few Saturdays in preparation for Memorial Day commemorations at the end of the month. Whew. Where would you like to start?
Thanks, James. Action-packed update today. Just want to start with, as EcoFest is winding down, to highlight a couple of events coming up this weekend. The first of which is this Friday, May 8th. The annual Arlington High School EcoFair is happening on the front lawn of the high school between 3 and 5 p.m. The event, as always, is free and open to the public. EcoFair will feature live music, food, a baby animal petting zoo, lawn games, public art projects, and activities run by various student environmental leaders. So please do check it out. And then the following day, Saturday, May 9th, is the EcoSummit at the Community Center located at 27 Maple Street. That event will take place between 2 and 5 p.m. This year's EcoSummit theme is Greening Our Neighborhoods Together, which will highlight the many ways we are interdependent on a variety of sustainability goals, such as electrifying our homes and vehicles, water conservation and flood mitigation, encouraging pollinators, and expanding biodiversity here in town. So there will be over a dozen organizations in attendance and presenting. So the summit will really be an opportunity to share experiences, ask questions, learn from some of our local experts. That full list of attendees is available on the EcoFest website.
All right, EcoFest ending with a bang. All right, let's move on to talk about the Arts Arlington Tiny Shed.
So last weekend, Arts Arlington kicked off what they're calling the Tiny Shed music series. So every Sunday from 12:30 to 2 p.m., from May to October, a different local band will perform in Uncle Sam Plaza, right by the Visitor Center, which is being referred to here as the Tiny Shed. You'll also find pop-up arts and crafts workshops, a self-guided tour information, and more. So certainly check out this event, learn more on the Arts Arlington website, where you would also be able to check in on any potential weather cancellations if things aren't looking great for any particular Sunday. So stay tuned.
Great. Let's hope for good weather for the majority of those, obviously, but can never go wrong with more live music in Arlington Center. What a great idea. Okay, we have not had to deal with this so far because we've been kind of in this early spring weather holding pattern for quite a while, but extreme heat is coming, as we know. So talk about the mini grants.
Sure. So the organization known as Cool and Connected Arlington is offering mini grants to help local businesses, nonprofits, and organizations create cooling centers and heat relief related resources. So funds could be used to support cooling space upgrades, programming, supplies, staff training. Applications are due by May 31st, and I encourage applicants to learn more on the planning section of the town's website.
Okay. Moving on, I can't imagine that this is going to be a good news part of today's update, but there's a report from the Gas Leaks Task Force.
Sure. Just good to keep the public apprised of the activities of our Gas Leaks Task Force, which was created in 2016. This group of folks works to advocate for regulators and utility companies to accelerate gas leak repair, especially here in Arlington, and also to advocate for phasing out the natural gas distribution supply network. This year's report yields that in 2025, National Grid, the utility company serving Arlington, reported 757 gas leaks in town, which is about the same number of the previous year, and only about half of them were repaired this year. So because of this, leaked gas emissions generate enough methane to rank gas leaks as the town's third largest source of greenhouse gas emissions beyond its buildings and vehicles. So certainly an important topic, and the Gas Leaks Task Force urges as swift a transition to clean energy as possible and encourages National Grid's efforts to identify non-pipeline alternatives, especially here in Arlington.
Yeah, no, I've been aware of this. We've been aware of this for a while, and the numbers have been coming down. Wish they were coming down a little faster, but anyway, thanks for that update. Okay, we've got National Prevention Week and Mental Health Month, and a couple of specific things related to that.
Sure. So like you mentioned, May is Mental Health Awareness Month, but next week, May 10th through the 16th, is National Prevention Week. Prevention Week showcases the work of communities across the country to prevent substance use and promote well-being. So to mark National Prevention Week here in Arlington, the lobby of Health and Human Services will showcase a free public exhibit of Montserrat College of Art graduate Anya C. Anya's exhibit, Carry the Message, features her photography and poetry describing her recovery from alcoholism and her celebration of wellness. So there will also be a community reception celebrating the artist on May 14th from 5 to 6 p.m. at the community center. And seeing that May is Mental Health Awareness Month, it seems fitting to let residents know of the Third Thursday Resource Hub, the next one being Thursday, May 21st, 9 a.m. to 12 noon at the Robbins Library. No appointment is needed, and all community members are welcome. Our community resource specialist, Denisa Burt, working with Erin Lubian, Arlington's regional recovery coach, host this monthly resource hub on the third Thursday to make residents aware of available support, including housing assistance, food support, mental health services, fuel assistance, and much, much more. So please do drop by if you're in need of help.
Again, kudos to the town for the efforts it expends all the time to not only provide the resources, but then make sure people are, doing their best to make sure people are aware of that. So, yeah, yay for that. Not so much yay for tick season, but what can we do? Here, tell us what we need to know.
Yep, so spring is in full swing. We now need to monitor for tick and mosquito activity. But the CDC has already reported an increase in emergency department visits for tick bites across the U.S., with a majority of the visits taking place here in the Northeast. So the health department wants to remind folks to use insect repellent, wear protective clothing, avoid tick habitats, and perform tick checks on yourself, your family, and your pets after being outdoors. Got to remain vigilant. I know we sort of forget during the winter, but spring is here and the risk is real.
All right, and we'll finish at least the official agenda. That was, you've done great so far, with a big and important volunteer opportunity.
Yeah, this is a very rewarding volunteer opportunity, great opportunity to get outside and to see a town asset that you may not ever spend much time in. So our Veteran Services Director, Robert Donovan, is seeking volunteers to help him prepare for Memorial Day by placing American flags on veterans' graves within Mount Pleasant Cemetery. Volunteers are being sought on the next 3 Saturdays between the hours of 9 a.m. and 12 noon at Mount Pleasant Cemetery on Medford Street. So you would meet, if you're interested, to drop in at the cemetery vault near the sort of centralized administration building, and you can be assigned an area and you can participate in placing American flags to honor the veterans buried in our Mount Pleasant Cemetery.
Great. We've covered a lot of ground. Anything left?
I think that's it for today.
All right. I think that's right. And we will just wish you very good luck with town meeting. That brings together a whole bunch of folks and resources, obviously, to take care of the town's business every year. My understanding is you guys might be halfway through your agenda. I hope you are. And let's hope that you're able to get back to normal business in a couple of weeks.
Great, thank you.
We will hope next time we see you that you are town meeting free. I've been joined, of course, by our excuse me, our town manager, Jim Feeney, for this town hall update. We really, as always, as maybe even particularly, appreciate him taking the time to join us today in the middle of a very busy season. Thank him. Thank you. I'm James Milan. This is Town Hall Update. See you next time.